What it do, what it do. Welcome to another one over here, Game Chopping TV. Tap in, like, comment, and subscribe because we chopping this game over here, man. Had to tap into this one, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how things can be, especially when you're somebody who ends up being successful. Um, you know, you meet a lot of people, you go to a lot of different places, things like that, and you're still yourself, but people around or that may come in contact may look at you as a come up or something, possibly. Different things like that. So it's things you got to watch out for, and where you can't be too comfortable and too lax with who's around you or who you're around or where you're at. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on here is, can you imagine being a celebrity like that or whatever, and after some time or after a while, you have some individual saying that you're their father. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have today. Is today, so the man JayZ, after, I guess what he calls harassment, there's been this dude named, let me see, let's get to him. So this is Ramir Satterwhite, or White, Satterwhite, or something like that. Whatever his name is, right, last name, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but, so he's been running around, and I guess been going around to JayZ, and amongst his people, saying that he's JayZ's son. I'm assuming that his mother must have said, "Hey, JayZ is your father," or something like that. We messed around and blah blah blah. So this is the guy right here, and now, I mean, just because if you go all over this world, or just all over America, or just all over a city, you're gonna see people who resemble different people who may resemble you or a family member. Or it looks like somebody that could be in your family, but they're not. But that's what we have, and I'm not saying that's what we have here, but that, if you look, in a way, he got a JayZ type of feature. That doesn't mean anything, though, right? And so you see him, you see JayZ. Okay, if he was to say, yeah, it is, I guess I could go along with it in a way, because yeah, he does have somewhat features, right? But JayZ, saying that, hey, this isn't, this is not it. This is not my, it's not my son. And so, yeah, like I said, I think now JayZ is like, he basically, he's filing a claim in court against the guy now for harassment. For all I guess this has been going on for a couple of years now, for some years now, and he's saying, hey, he's filing a claim against this dude now, who's alleging to be his son, saying that he's basically been harassed all this time, and this is, it's not true. Well, the thing is, with that Satterwhite dude, Ramir's standing on, is that JayZ, I guess, allegedly keeps denying a paternity test, which is crazy. That's crazy at that too, because let's think about it here. Because JayZ got his life, I guess how it is. He's with Beyonce, and they've had a few kids. Of course, this guy right here, Ramir, is 32 now, so that had been something, of course, I'd assume in the past, before he, formed a family with Beyonce and all that. And so, that's kind of where things are at, is that now here, is it a thing of a situation where, yeah, this is a long lost child now or something? Did he actually even mess with the guy's mother? the guy, Satterwhite, does have his features. But that's the thing about it is JayZ is, that's what the Satterwhite dude is standing on, is that JayZ is denying to take the paternity test to, really shut it down. And I guess, like I say, now he got his life together with this be a thing of, like, dang, I got a kid from another person on Beyonce. Even though, if the guy is 32 years old, whatever that may have, I don't believe him and Beyonce ain't been, married just that dang on long, so it'd have been something before him, but I guess, he just don't want to backtrack. And then I guess at the same time, too, he's like, probably looking at, man, this is a money grab, but then at the same time, if it is your kid, do you want to know that later on in life? And potentially, make, your wife and the kids feel a certain way or something now. Because here this guy comes all grown, and what he wants is compensation for, suffering and all that, and then loss of, loss of, financial stability, things like that. So that's what he wants. He wants compensation, the alleged son, and so that can be looked at as a money grab. The thing is, or is it a thing of JayZ is it so for sure, like, man, I ain't got to take no paternity test. I don't even know who this person is that his mother is, they're alleged I even slept with, to have him. This guy just has some of my features, as if a lot of people in this world can. You can't just go off of that, right? But this is what's going on, and JayZ's tired of it, I guess, man. And he says this is harassment. That's not my son. This is harassment. So it looks like to me that they both got claims against each other. I mean, imagine that though. Off of all the people that you've been with as a man, are there any that you didn't know happened? Is it a possibility for a woman to get pregnant by you and not let you know and just go on with life, and you going on with your life? But then after so long, they say, you know what, I gotta tell this child the truth. And hey, well, and they just, hey, that's your father. That's your father. And they're like, what, really? Like, and then the guy, he really has no idea, because you never told him, and so now you're springing this up on him, and now he's moved on, got a wife, kids, and all that, and now we got to take this in, and, but like they say, it's crazy. Why would JayZ deny the paternity test? Because that would be what if that is his kid, though, right? Yeah, he's got a good career, a lot of people like, he's, a billionaire now and all that, but that doesn't mean he didn't slip up during his, years when the music first kicked off and moving around, going to all these different places and stuff like that. But looks like they both got claims against each other. I guess the longer things go out, we'll see how this goes. I just wonder why he's denying the paternity test. Like I say, is it just that? I mean, I'm that for sure. That's a waste of my time taking a paternity test for something like this. What if the paternity test is screwed up and then they say, oh yeah, I am the father? It's a crazy situation, but I think anybody would, I don't know. I guess that's just an unimaginable situation to be in, especially once you're successful. Now this person's wanting all this compensation. What do you do? Is it true or what? But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, man. Do y'all think this is JayZ's son? Is this a money grab? Why did JayZ refusing the paternity test? Is this too much to deal with now? With his life already the way it is? I don't know. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, man. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, man. My dog going off the mailman here. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments, man. It's another one over here at Game Chopping TV. Tap in, like, comment, and subscribe, because we are. chopping this game over here, man.